Kids Sleep Meditation Stories Collection. Welcome to DC Bedtime Stories. Tonight, we'll begin a dreamy retelling of this cozy bedtime story. It's a story to lead you into a good night's sleep. Today's stories. Danny's Big Adventure. Once upon a time, in a small town nestled between green hills and a winding river, there lived a curious little boy named Danny. Danny was a bright-eyed 4-year-old who loved to explore and learn new things. One sunny morning, Danny woke up with a sparkle in his eye. He had a big plan for the day. "Mommy, Daddy, I want to go on an adventure today," he exclaimed, bouncing with excitement. Mommy smiled and said, "That sounds like fun, Danny. Where do you want to go on your adventure?" "I want to explore the forest behind our house," Danny replied eagerly. Daddy nodded and said, "All right, Danny. But remember, we must stay together and be careful." So, Danny, Mommy, and Daddy packed a small picnic basket with sandwiches, fruit, and juice. They put on their hats and sunscreen, ready for their forest adventure. As they entered the forest, Danny's eyes widened with wonder. Tall trees stretched towards the sky, and birds chirped happily overhead. "Look, Mommy, Daddy. It's like a magical world in here," Danny exclaimed. They walked along a winding path, listening to the rustle of leaves and the gentle gurgle of a nearby stream. Suddenly, Danny spotted something colorful among the bushes. "What's that?" he asked, pointing excitedly. Mommy and Daddy followed Danny to the bushes and discovered a family of rabbits nibbling on carrots. "Oh, how cute," Mommy whispered. The rabbits hopped away into the forest, and Danny continued his exploration. They came across a big oak tree with a hollow trunk. "I wonder who lives in there," Danny mused. Just then, they heard a soft voice say, "Hello there." It was a friendly squirrel, peeking out from the hollow. Danny giggled and waved hello. After a delightful picnic under a shady tree, Danny spotted a colorful butterfly dancing in the sunlight. "I want to catch it," he exclaimed, jumping up. Daddy gently held Danny's hand and said, "Let's watch the butterfly dance freely, Danny. It's happy in its own home." Danny nodded and watched the butterfly flutter away. As the day went on, they discovered wildflowers, listened to the song of crickets, and even found a sparkling rock by the stream. Finally, as the sun began to set, they made their way back home. Danny was tired but happy. "Thank you for the wonderful adventure, Mommy and Daddy," he said, yawning. "You're welcome, Danny," Mommy replied, giving him a warm hug. "Now it's time for bed. Tomorrow we can have another adventure." With dreams of butterflies and friendly squirrels, Danny drifted off to sleep, excited for the next day's possibilities. And so, Danny's big adventure in the forest became a cherished memory, filled with discovery, joy, and the love of family. Lily's Magical Garden. In a cozy little house at the edge of a small village, there lived a sweet girl named Lily. Lily loved flowers more than anything else in the world. Her eyes sparkled whenever she saw a garden blooming with colorful petals. One bright morning, Lily woke up with a big idea. She wanted to create her own magical garden. She ran downstairs to her mom and dad, her curly hair bouncing with excitement. "Mama, Papa, can we plant a garden today?" Lily asked, her eyes full of hope. Mom smiled warmly and said, Of course. Lily. Let's make your garden dreams come true. So, Lily, Mom, and Dad gathered their gardening tools and headed outside to the backyard. Lily's heart raced with anticipation as they began to dig and prepare the soil. We'll start with some seeds, Mom said, handing Lily a packet of flower seeds. Lily carefully planted the tiny seeds into the earth, imagining how they would grow into beautiful flowers. Days passed, and Lily watered her garden diligently. One morning, she woke up to find tiny green sprouts peeking through the soil. They're growing, Mama, they're growing, Lily exclaimed. As weeks went by, Lily's garden flourished with daisies, roses, and sunflowers. Each flower seemed to sparkle with magic in the sunlight. Bees buzzed happily around, and butterflies danced from flower to flower. One day, as Lily was tending to her garden, she noticed a small door hidden among the bushes. What's this? She wondered aloud, curious as ever. Lily opened the door and gasped in amazement. Behind it was a tiny fairy house nestled in the foliage. Hello, Lily, chimed a tiny voice. Lily's eyes widened as she saw a friendly fairy peeking out from the house. I'm Petal, the garden fairy, the fairy said with a twinkle in her eye. Your garden is so lovely, Lily. Lily and Petal became fast friends. Petal taught Lily all about taking care of flowers and plants. They spent days together, watering the garden, singing songs, and enjoying the magic of nature. One evening, Lily invited her friends from the village to see her magical garden. They were enchanted by the vibrant colors and sweet fragrances. Lily beamed with pride as she showed them around. As summer turned into fall, Lily's garden transformed with the season. Leaves turned golden, and pumpkins appeared among the flowers. Lily gathered colorful leaves and decorated her garden with them. One chilly evening, Lily sat by her garden with a cup of hot cocoa. Petal fluttered down and perched on her shoulder. Thank you for making this garden so special, Lily, Petal said softly. Lily smiled and hugged her tiny friend. Thank you for helping me, Petal. I love my magical garden. And so, Lily's magical garden became a cherished spot in the village, filled with friendship, joy, and the wonders of nature. Next story. The Adventures of Sammy the Super Snail. The Adventures of Sammy the Super Snail. In a quiet garden nestled behind a little red house, there lived a special snail named Sammy. Unlike other snails, Sammy had a superpower. He could zoom around the garden at lightning speed. One sunny morning, Sammy woke up feeling extra adventurous. I'm going to explore the entire garden today, he exclaimed to his snail family. Sammy's snail family cheered him on as he set off on his adventure. He zipped past the rows of blooming flowers, leaving a trail of shiny slime behind him. As Sammy ventured deeper into the garden, he encountered all sorts of creatures. He met a friendly ladybug named Lucy, who told him stories about flying high in the sky. Sammy listened intently, fascinated by Lucy's tales. Next, Sammy came across a wise old turtle named Timothy resting by a pond. Hello there, young snail, Timothy greeted with a slow nod. Hi, Timothy. What's it like to be a turtle? Sammy asked, his eyes wide with curiosity. Timothy chuckled softly and shared stories of traveling far and wide, carrying his home on his back. Sammy admired Timothy's calm wisdom. As Sammy continued his journey, he stumbled upon a group of ants working together to gather food. Hello, little ants. Can I help? Sammy offered, eager to join in. The ants welcomed Sammy warmly, and together they gathered crumbs and seeds, chatting cheerfully all the while. Sammy was amazed by their teamwork. Suddenly, dark clouds rolled in, and raindrops began to fall. Sammy hurried back towards his home, his super speed leaving a streak of glistening slime in the rain. Safe and sound inside his cozy shell, Sammy looked back at his day of adventure. He felt grateful for the friends he had met, and the lessons he had learned. As the rain cleared and the sun peeked out again, Sammy's snail family gathered around him. Tell us about your day, Sammy, they exclaimed, with a twinkle in his eye. Sammy recounted his encounters with Lucy, Timothy, and the industrious ants. His family listened intently, sharing in his excitement. From that day on, Sammy continued to explore the garden, making new friends and spreading joy wherever he went. He learned that adventures were not just about speed, but also about kindness and friendship. And so, Sammy the Super Snail lived happily in his garden home, a symbol of curiosity and courage for all creatures big and small. The next story. The Brave Little Firefly. In a quiet forest glade surrounded by tall trees, there lived a small firefly named Twinkle. Twinkle was no ordinary firefly. She had a heart full of courage, and a glow that lit up the night sky. One evening, as Twinkle danced among the trees, she heard a faint cry coming from the forest floor. Following the sound, she discovered a baby bird trapped in a tangled vine. Oh dear, how did you get stuck here? Twinkle asked, her light shimmering with concern. The baby bird chirped sadly. I fell from my nest, and now I can't fly back up. Twinkle didn't hesitate. With her tiny but bright glow, she illuminated the vine, and carefully untangled the baby bird. There you go, little one. Can you fly now? Twinkle asked hopefully. The baby bird fluttered its wings, and managed to lift off the ground. I can fly. Thank you, Twinkle, the bird chirped joyfully. From that moment on, Twinkle and the baby bird, named Sunny, became inseparable friends. They explored the forest together, with Twinkle guiding Sunny through the treetops. One day, as they soared through the sky, they noticed dark clouds gathering overhead. A storm was approaching, and Sunny grew worried. Don't be afraid, Sunny. I'll light the way, Twinkle reassured her friend, with Twinkle's glow leading the path. They flew back to Sunny's nest just in time before the rain started pouring. Safe and dry inside the nest, Sunny cuddled close to Twinkle, grateful for her bravery. As the storm passed, Twinkle and Sunny continued their adventures. They met other forest creatures. A wise owl named Hoot, a playful squirrel named Nutmeg, and a gentle deer named Willow. Together, they formed a circle of friends. One night, as Twinkle danced among the fireflies in the forest, she realized something magical. Her bravery had inspired others. Fireflies from all around joined her, creating a spectacular display of twinkling lights in the night sky. From that day on, Twinkle knew that even the smallest creature could make a big difference with courage and kindness. She continued to light up the forest, guiding lost souls and spreading joy wherever she went. And so, the legend of Twinkle the brave little firefly echoed through the trees, a reminder that courage and friendship shine brighter than any darkness. The last story. The magical rainbow unicorn. In a lush meadow surrounded by tall trees and colorful flowers, there lived a beautiful unicorn named Sparkle. Sparkle was no ordinary unicorn. Her mane shimmered like a rainbow, and her hooves sparkled with stardust. One sunny morning, as Sparkle pranced through the meadow, she heard a faint cry for help. Following the sound, she discovered a tiny bunny trapped in a thicket of thorns. "Please help me, kind unicorn," the bunny whimpered. Without hesitation, Sparkle used her magical horn to gently part the thorns and free the bunny. "There you go, little one. Are you okay?" Sparkle asked with a gentle nuzzle. The bunny sniffled and nodded gratefully. "Thank you, Sparkle. My name is Cotton, and I'm lost. Can you help me find my way home?" Sparkle smiled warmly. "Of course, Cotton. Hop on my back, and we'll search together." With Cotton riding on her back, Sparkle galloped through the meadow and into the enchanted forest beyond. They passed through towering trees adorned with twinkling lights and crossed babbling brooks filled with colorful fish. As they ventured deeper into the forest, Sparkle and Cotton encountered a mischievous squirrel named Nutmeg. "Hello there. What brings you to our forest?" Nutmeg asked, her eyes twinkling with curiosity. "We're helping Cotton find her way home," Sparkle explained. Nutmeg grinned and offered to guide them, swinging from tree branches and chattering happily along the way. Sparkle admired Nutmeg's playful spirit. After a joyful journey through the forest, they arrived at a cozy burrow, surrounded by blooming flowers. "This is my home," Cotton exclaimed with relief. Cotton's family emerged from the burrow, a group of fluffy bunnies with kind eyes. They thanked Sparkle and Nutmeg for bringing Cotton back safely. As Sparkle and Nutmeg bid farewell, Cotton hugged Sparkle tightly. "Thank you for being my hero, Sparkle," Cotton said, her eyes sparkling with gratitude. Sparkle smiled and nodded. "Remember, Cotton, even the smallest creatures can have the biggest adventures." With that, Sparkle galloped back to her meadow, her heart aglow with the joy of helping others. As the sun set, she gazed at the sky, her rainbow mane reflecting the colors of the twilight. From that day on, Sparkle continued to roam the meadow and the enchanted forest, spreading kindness and magic wherever she went. She knew that being a unicorn meant using her gifts to make the world a brighter place. And so, the legend of Sparkle the magical rainbow unicorn lived on in the hearts of all who believed in the power of love and friendship.
That's it for today. Thank you for your support. If you like my video, please like and share it, and don't forget to subscribe.